Oh, you got to. I'm disabled here. Host
Yeah,
disabled.
no, I'll do that for you now, Stephen. No problem.
The usual one.
It should be okay for you now.
Right, let's have a look.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
So maybe we'll just start then. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, go on.
Sure.
Okay, so welcome to Zoom to the Tunes, our new first meeting of this year. And I have Stephen with me as always, but I have Malou with me too, a beautiful singer-songwriter from Holland, who's been inspired by the ACIM teachings and who's going to share with her some of her lovely songs with us today. So I think we'll kick it off by, Stephen has a few things to share as well. So I'll leave it up to you, Stephen, to just tell us what you're going to be about.
Well, these songs are based on what happened to me over the Christmas period. There are other people's songs like it. But what I bore in mind was last time we met up, you said your son was really getting into the Beatles and he loved I Am the Walrus. Yeah. And I was in a band that played I Am the Walrus, and I know we did a video of it and I can't find it anywhere. So I got the guitar out and just did an acoustic version of it. And I'll play that for you. This must be the world's only version of, I don't know what's happened there, but the screen's suddenly gone big because my mouse is packed up and now I'm having to rely on the laptop one, which is well dodgy. So I just have to get back to where I was. Share screen, hang on. Right. I'll get the sounds. Okay. I think this is it. Oh yeah, here we go. As you are me, and we are all together. See how they run like pigs from a gun, see how they fly. I'm crying, sitting on a cornflake, waiting for the van to come. Corporation t-shirt, stupid bloody Tuesday, man, you've been a naughty boy, you let your face grow long. I am the Eggman. They are the Eggmen. I am the Walrus. Goo-goo ka-choo, Mr. City Policeman, city pretty little policeman in a row. See how they fly like Lucy in the sky, see how they run. I'm crying, I'm crying, I'm crying, I'm crying. Custard dripping from a dead dog's eye. Grab a log of fishwife, pornographic priestess boy, you've been a naughty gal, you let your knickers down. I am the Eggmen. They are the Eggmen. I am the Walrus. Goo goo ka-choo. Sitting in an English garden waiting for the sun. If the sun don't come, you get a tan from standing in the English rain. I am the Eggmen. They are the Eggmen. I am the Walrus. Goo goo ka-choo, goo goo ka-choo. Expert, texpert, choking smokers, don't you think the Joker laughs at you? See how they smile like pigs in the sty, see how they snide. I'm crying. Semolina Pilchard, climbing up the Eiffel Tower. Elementary venturing, singing Hare Krishna, man, you should have seen them kicking Edgar Allan Poe. I am the Eggmen. They are the Eggmen. I am the Walrus. So there you go.
I can't wait for David to hear that.
an acoustic version. I'll tell you something, I didn't realise I was pulling all those faces until I played back the video. But I'll tell you something about that song. If you play the song at its root like that, just with the chords and singing John Lennon's words, you actually seem to grasp John Lennon's cynicism.
Yeah.
He was a very cynical sort of like, not to say he was negative, but he always saw like he was quick to see through anything. Do you know what I mean? He couldn't be fooled easy, and he had a kind of that song's very much of an Alice in Wonderland kind of song, really. It doesn't make any sense, but it sort of it kind of does in a way. It's the actual record itself is a masterpiece because it's sort of the otherworldly kind of music going on all over the place and effects sort of ties in with those strange lyrics.
Yeah.
But anyway, there it is. I am the Walrus.
That's lovely. Can you reduce that now, Stephen?
Oh yes, yeah. I'll just get back to stop the share. There we go. Right.
Good. That was great. Yeah, it's very hard to understand what that's all about. And that was what I was saying was David was listening to the Beatles and he's really into them now. But he came to me and he said, Dad, what the hell is that all about? And I couldn't say, I had no explanation. Malou, I've listened to some of your music. I'm really, really blown away by it. One of the ones, Mr. Ego, was one of the ones that really blew me away. I don't know what you have prepared for us, but I'm delighted to leave it up to you to decide what you'd like to play for people, just introduce.
Yeah, no, I'm totally open. So yeah, Mr. Ego, would you like to hear that?
I'd love to. Yeah. I think it's fantastic. Yeah.
What did you like about it?
I could identify with it. That's what I like about it. I was just saying to Stephen today, I was a bit flustered when you said yes, you'd come on, because I would love to do something with yourself and Atreya. And I said it to Stephen, I was going way ahead of myself. And he said to me, hang on a second, we had something else. And I said, fine. And I realized how simple and how easy it is to subtly get sucked into that anxiety and that ego that wants to take you to all places. And really, there's nothing to do. I need do nothing, that's the whole point. Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was a great idea, but I was looking forward to playing a couple of tunes. Like, as it turned out, Atreya couldn't do it anyway,
That's
so,
true. That's true.
So all's well that ends well.
That's it. Yeah. Okay, so I'll leave it up to you. I'd love to hear that, but whatever you feel comfortable with, because
No, I think it's totally fine.
Good.
Yeah. So should I share something about when it came to me, or should I first play the song and then?
Yeah, please. No, please tell us a little bit about it. Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Well, it was actually just. It came to me on a very common day. I was bringing the kids to the. The caretaker, I don't know the English word, daycare.
Kindergarten.
And, kindergarten. And then I said something silly, I thought. I just wanted to say something nice to her, but I said, you've got such a small house and everything fits in. And I don't know, she's got dogs and many kids and she's just so lovely with them. And I was trying to make a compliment, but I felt really stupid afterwards, like I was offending her maybe by her having a small house. Well, very silly. But then I was just biking towards the train station and I just heard this song in my head. That's how they come to me. Like I just, at a certain moment, sometimes I just only hear lyrics and sometimes I hear a melody and sometimes it's all together. And this song came, Mr. Ego. So shall I play it?
Oh, please do, yeah.
I said something wrong, but I'm still loved by Jesus. Nothing has happened. Ooh, I said something wrong, but I'm still loved by God. Nothing has happened. Ooh, 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 ooh. still loved by Jesus, nothing else happened. Ooh, I did something wrong, but I'm still loved by God. By God, nothing else happened. Who taught me it was wrong? If I'm still loved by Jesus, it was Mr. Ego. Who taught me it was wrong? If I'm still loved by God, it sure was Mr. Ego. But I'm still loved by God.
Wow,
wow.
that is just powerful.
I like that.
Thank
Hey,
you.
you got a lovely pure voice.
Thank you.
I like that. I like the way you can hold those notes, those long notes. You can hold them. I mean, lovely. I like that. Yeah, it was a good
Thanks.
performance. I enjoyed that. Very
And
good.
the reminder, thank you for the reminder, you know.
Yeah, that's it.
Yes, yeah, lovely.
Yeah.
I mean, we said about like you're worried about a possibly person getting upset, but like they might have taken the wrong thing about you saying that a small house. Isn't it funny how your mind torments you over the daftest things? Do you know what I mean? You know, like I mean, if she lives in a small house and it's small, no matter how much she pretends it's not, so she can't be that offended. If she's offended, she's
No.
kidding herself. You know, you know, but it's funny. This is what Course in Miracles about. Getting rid of all this guilt. You know,
Yeah.
people feel guilty about not feeling guilty here. That's how strong it can be. You know, but really feeling guilty about what she might have thought, when really it doesn't matter at all. She probably didn't even think anything. And it's funny how we torment ourselves. But once you get through the course, once you get into the course properly, that all starts fading away. You realise it's just as important as last night's dream. You're funny when you think about your dreams and your thoughts. The only difference is in the pictures in your mind. If that one's a dream, you don't attach anything to it. That one's not, so you do. But you sort of like manage to blend the two together, so you get better understanding. You know, and it teaches it to do that. You know, how long have you been doing the course?
I think 2.5 years now. Before I was into mindfulness. I was giving mindfulness training, so I did a lot of Buddhist meditation.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And
so it's pretty much well, it's all related, and go on, yeah.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, and I remember that I was on a 9-day Vipassana retreat, you know, in total silence and just practicing, and then just at a certain point it came to me like, where is God? Where is God? And so I started asking this monk who was leading this retreat, like, yeah, well, I got into stillness, and I was just, and there was a big longing for God came up, and he actually was very helpful, because you know what he said? He said, oh no, you've gone to like you took the complete wrong path. No, you should not go there. You should not let your mind wander there and stuff. And I really felt really deep inside like, but no, I really felt this is the best question actually I can ask at this moment. So then I dropped this intense Buddhist meditation that I have been doing for quite a lot of years. Still practicing just regular mindfulness stuff, but being open actually. And then the course came into my life. So then it felt complete, like, because it's to me, mindfulness is still really helpful. Like mind watching, it is actually what is going on in your mind, but then having the help of Holy Spirit and God just to release all that bullshit, so to say.
Right. Yeah, exactly. I mean, like, everybody finds their own path home, but the Course of Miracles suited me, and it's suiting you, and it suited Pat. I mean, people go up different paths, like Rupert Spira, for example. He's a marvelous teacher, but he sees the Course of Miracles as New Age. He doesn't poo-poo it, but he's like, well, that's sort of New Age, you know. But what he's teaching is exactly the same. But he's from the Indian masters, see, so he tends, because he's taught by the old masters, I think, just an opinion, I think that he tends to view A Course of Miracles as New Age, because to him it is New Age. But in actual fact, it's for someone who's got into it like we have, the truth of it is just so obvious. You know,
well, every teacher will have its own students, right? That is in the course as well, right?
As it says in the course, you don't have to look for students. I'll send them to you. You just meet them, or they appear out of, you know, like we're talking now.
Yeah. And the theme of your CD is forgiveness, isn't it? It is about forgiveness, and it's about atonement, and it's about that bit, because I got that in non-duality. I realized that I was awareness, but what to do with the stuff that was coming up. I was really helped by ACIM to be able to look at that stuff, to be in it and look at it from the place of non-judgment, and to allow it to dissolve in the loving awareness of God. So that was what the little bit extra I needed from ACIM, which was incredible, you know. Can I just share a song with you now, because it's just an Irish hymn, basically. And I just do it just to give you a little break. See if I can get it up.
Sorry, I have to turn off there.
Who's the Irish? Who's the singer?
That I don't know, because I just called up the hymn. It came to me today to play this hymn, so I just called it up, and you will see the singer on it now. But let's just see if we can play it.
It says here you've started screen sharing.
Can you see?
Yeah. Be thou my vision.
Yeah.
Lord of my heart, not be all
that was heartfelt.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's an old Irish hymn, but the Celtic hymns were brilliant because it wasn't traditional church stuff. It was very much spiritual, and it was very much connecting directly to God. You know, so yeah.
We used to, when I was at school, we used to sing a hymn very, very similar to that. I mean, I thought it was when it started out, Lord of all faithfulness, Lord of all joy, something like that. It's a long time ago. The melody was very, very similar, but I don't think it was exactly the same. But that guy sang that with such passion. That was really well rendered. That was beautifully done.
Thank you for sharing.
Yeah. And it just
like
came
that.
to me to share that today, and that's what we do here, Malou. If it comes to you to share a song, don't even think about it. Just do it and see where it brings you. You know. I wonder, could you tell us a little bit about how you decided to sell up your home and travel?
Yeah, sure. Well, me and my husband, we are both studying A Course in Miracles, and we just kind of grew into it, starting with a monthly course meeting, and then starting to read ourselves, and it just unfolded into this. We are joining. I don't know if you know Nook Sanchez. We are joining her TTC program, Total Transformation Course. It's a weekly program, and it's really life changing, in which you are really learning to apply the Course in Miracles, not just intellectually understanding, but trying to bring up all the ego stuff and just to clear up, so you can really start to hear guidance from your Holy Spirit, as also David Hoffmeister, I guess, is sharing and stuff. So then at a certain point, we just really felt so strongly in our hearts that even though we have had a lovely house in which one of our kids was born as well, and we totally renovated it, and didn't make sense at all to sell that house. But it felt so good to just let it go. And we felt just our heart was calling to go out into the world and to spend time as a family and just have time to be silent and just to heal. I guess that's the main point. So we are doing that. Sorry?
The freedom of doing that, though. You say you've released yourself. I mean, it's great to own property and all that, but really you're tied to it. It's like a ball and chain. Once you cut it off, you know, like you've done. I mean, I did not exactly the same, because I did it on my own, because back in 2005, my first wife died after a 27-year marriage, and it left a great void, and our house was paid for and all that. And after a bit of soul searching, I just sold the house, gave some money to the kids who were grown up anyway, stuffed the money in the bank, and just traveled the world for 11 years. I eventually ended up in Dallas. Well, I ended up marrying a Texas lady, and I now live in Dallas. I started out in Stoke-on-Trent, England. You know, that's where I was living when she died. But I went all over the world: Australia, New Zealand, Africa, Thailand, China. I just went everywhere, and I had a great time. I was very, very fortunate. I was in a position to do that. I mean, I realised I was very, very lucky to sort of just do what I wanted, more or less. Though I wasn't 11 years on holiday by any means. I just worked my way around the world, working on farms and stuff like that, and motels, and doing all sorts of things. But I enjoy the farms, and also when you're traveling around, you heard of the woofing system?
Yeah, we have done that.
Yeah, well, I did. Have you? Well, it's great, isn't it? Well, I did that in Australia. I did it in New Zealand. I did it in Canada. And I met some great people, and I had a great time, you know. And also, you don't spend anything while you're working, and the food and board sort of like work. You work for food and board, as you know, and so you're not spending your own money, you know, except on what you want to. So I think it's a fantastic system, woofing. Oh, it was great, you know. I didn't discover it until I started traveling either. I come about with that. I found it by mistake. I was working in a spiritual retreat in Auckland, New Zealand, and they started referring to me as the woofer. And I wasn't sure if I liked that or not. I said to the manager, I said, "What's this woofing like?" I said, she explained to me what it was. I said, "Well, I don't know. People referring to me as a woofer while I'm sort of like in my absence." but anyway, like so, and I went looked further into it, and I discovered it went on all over the world. And off I went.
Yeah.
Yes, I understand.
Well, for us,
I totally
it
understand.
has been quite a challenging time as well, because of course there's this coronavirus going on, and we have, well, it was November that we didn't have a house anymore, and we have 2 little kids of 2 and 4 years old, and we bought a camper van, but actually France was like totally closed down, and we thought we couldn't make it through, so we just felt to get on a plane to Portugal, where it's warmer than in Holland. So we first stayed there a bit with in a few houses, like holiday houses, and now we are looking after a house of a Dutch lady who is in Holland now, and we felt prompted to get the camper van after all. So my husband Andreas, he got on a plane again to Brussels, and so he didn't have to do a corona test. And he had 2 friends who are also studying Course in Miracles. They got on the camper van, and they did a forgiveness tour, because there were 5 days like in this very small room, and they just kept joining and doing no people pleasing, and just bringing everything that was brought up to light. And that's actually what this whole journey is about. Just for example, here in Portugal, we are in a very small village, and there are just many dogs, and also street dogs, just walking around, and I have this silly anxiety for these dogs. So I just try to hear Holy Spirit or love's voice or Jesus' voice, however you want to call it, and show me, because this is for a reason that it comes to me, and they are coming closer to our house like every day. So I have to
get the message.
Yeah.
Listen, what I hear you saying is that you're listening to that still silent voice, which is guiding you, you know. So would you like to play another song for us that maybe reflects that?
Yeah. Flying High, I think. First song of the album. Let's see. Nope. I need let go of all attachments to what seems good and what seems bad. They don't bring no happiness, only feeling terribly sad. Racing thoughts, beliefs, and images of a world I thought was real. Fear of shaking, I'm holding back. What if none of this was real? Still I hear your voice whispering in my ear. So I know all there's left to do is go. I'm flying high on Holy Spirit, flying high, there's love to give, nothing to lose, only winning. Flying high, I'm alive. I seem to feel so very special, being better than all I know. Help me see that all is equal, so I can let this hardship go. Still I hear your voice whispering in my ear. So I know all there's left to do is go. left to give. Nothing to lose, only winning. Flying high, I'm alive. I'm flying high on Holy Spirit. Flying high, there's left to give. Nothing to lose, only winning. Flying high, I'm alive. Flying high, I'm alive.
Wow,
Very
I'm
nice.
flying high listening to you
Very
here.
nice. That's a lovely song. Lovely.
It's beautiful.
Yeah, you sound like you're in flight singing that. You do that
You
really
do.
well. I like your chords as well. I like them chord changes you're doing in that. That's very
Mm.
nice.
Mm,
Great
thanks.
guitar sound too. Really. How long have you been writing songs?
Well, I've been singing since I was very young, but I've never written songs actually. I did some, I made some effort, but I always had this very self-critical voice, and I never got any further than I think four sentences or something. But yeah, there was a certain moment, with this weekly course gathering I told you about, that we started off with Koos Jansson. He's a Dutch teacher, and well, I was just very moved at a certain moment during a gathering. It just came to me like I had to cry, like, wow, I want to discover truth through singing. I felt it so deeply, and then I don't know, just songs came to me, and I just like I say, I just hear them. They don't really feel like they are mine. I don't feel like I write them. I just hear it, and I write it down, and I enjoy it so much. And I also like singing them because they are teaching me as well. I don't feel like I'm teaching.
That's your calling. That's your avenue from. See, every teacher at A Course in Miracles teaches differently, because every student needs different teachers. You can't have the same teacher for all the students, because people understand it in a different way. That's why people seek a teacher who suits them. Obviously, the way you're going to teach is through your songs. I mean, your message is in the songs, and some people love the message that come through the songs. Pat can hear it. I can hear it.
Oh, incredibly so.
When I considered that I'd learned enough of the course to begin teaching it myself, I was sort of wondered what sort of at the time I was wondering what sort of platform to use. You know what I mean? Then my wife said to me, "Why don't you start making videos?" Well, I thought I'd only make. I mean, I started. Yeah, I'll do that. And I first of all thought I'd make about 10. You know, well, over 600 later. Over 600 videos I've made, including the entire lesson, all the lessons condensed down in a minute long, all of them. The idea of that is because I have the gift of summarizing them. I can make them very clear very simply, but a lot of people don't want it that simple, because it's so simple, really, like that. A lot of people don't want it, sort of can't get it that nutshelled. They want to come in from the heart. Whereas when I learned it, for me to make sense, for me to believe something, it's got to make sense. Like, to me, the Bible never made sense in the sense that the God didn't make sense, because he's supposed to love us, but he wants to chuck us into lakes of fire in hell if we don't live up to his exacting standards. Well, that doesn't make sense. So I couldn't grasp a God who wanted to chuck me into a lake of fire and this, that, and the other. And besides, if I'm dead, what's he chucking in the lake? I haven't got a body. So anyway, I thought it can't be that. I just couldn't get a proper grasp on it. With A Course in Miracles, once I understood it intellectually, it all locked together, and then I could believe it. But to me, it was just feeling it as it come together. I began to feel the truth of it, and I become so solid in the truth of it. Like, I just know it's the truth. I mean, I speak of it as the truth, because once you know it's the truth, how can you speak of it any other way? If you speak of it any other way, you won't really understand it. It's the truth, are you? The truth must be spoken as the truth. And once you get that, you're sort of like, well, you're on your platform. You're there to sort of like teach. And it's funny, like, you teach outwardly to teach yourself inwardly. It's one of the great sort of like,
you're teaching yourself.
Yeah, it's wonderful, really. I mean, my life has changed so much. I mean, I've been. It's my 10th or 11th year of the Course in Miracles I come into now, And ever since I've begun, it's been my life ever since I discovered it. I could never imagine a life without it now, and before I came across A Course in Miracles, I knew my fair share of angry people, and you just think that's the way people are. Some are angry, some aren't. But I didn't realise it was my own anger, sort of like painted over them. I think he's angry. It weren't me. That's my decision that somebody's angry. You know what I mean? And as I changed it, as the years moved on, as I moved through it, all the people that I used to know that were of that nature either disappeared out of my life or faded away. I don't know any angry people anymore. I know of people on the internet who get pretty angry, but not to do with me, to do with politics or whatever. But to me, the crowd I sort of keep are all people who want to know the truth of God. Not that there's anything wrong with the people out there who want to argue about this, that, and the other, but they're outside the fold at the moment. I've started posting videos and all that now on like Parler and stuff like that, just sticking it in amongst the politics to try and attract somebody away from it to have a look at this for a change, because there's so much political stuff online now. I keep sticking my videos in between them somewhere. Someone might stop and have a look at this, there is a way out of all this, really. You don't really have to suffer all this,
Well, I haven't said that now, Stephen. You had prepared a little bit of stuff tonight. Have you other videos, or are you going to sing something?
I've got a couple of videos to sing. Well, this is me and Victoria. We decided to, because we sung White Christmas, which we enjoyed doing, so we decided to do another song, sing it together. Let me find it. I'll just share the audio. I'll get rid of that one. And this is Smile. It's got a couple of minutes long.
Smile though your heart is aching, smile even though it's breaking. When there are clouds in the sky, you'll get by if you smile through your fear and sorrow. Smile and maybe tomorrow you'll see the sun come shining through for you. Light up your face with gladness, hide every trace of sadness. Although a tear may be ever so near, that's the time you must keep on trying. Smile, what's the use of crying? You'll find that life is still worthwhile if you just smile.
Yeah.
Terrific.
There you go.
That's brilliant.
Let me just playing again. Let me stop it.
Yeah.
Sweet.
It's trouble. I can't get this mouse to work properly. That's what's going on here.
Yeah, it's okay. You don't have to stop smiling. That's brilliant.
Yeah,
that's fantastic. I loved your one at Christmas time. Your White Christmas one was lovely.
Yeah, it's just spontaneous. I've been playing Smile for years. But Vic wanted to make the video with me. I don't know. It's great. A bit of counterpoint going on there. Singing slightly different melodies, but I don't know. It just makes it a little bit more interesting.
Yeah.
Good old song, love.
Good. Listen, I'd play one from Atreya because she would have joined us tonight. She really wanted to join, but unfortunately, well, not unfortunately, she's another engagement, and so I'll just see if I can get this one. I'm just.
Just meanwhile, I can say that song "Smile." It made me think of this morning. I watched the video from Muji. And it was just a video about just the prayer of thank you, thank you. And that always makes me smile, like if you really feel gratitude then.
Oh, right, okay. These things all synchronized, don't they, really?
They sure do. And here is Atreya. I hope you can hear her now. Tell me if you can.
Will you jump with me?
Can you hear?
Off this comic wheel, and together we'll rise from the dead. our stories about pain and glory. They're like leopards spinning in our heads. Wake up to love. Wake up to love. Will you step off this ghost train and walk with me to Babylon? There is a holy river, and she wash away what's been and done. Wake up to love. Wake up to love. There is a light behind our hearts, and it's waiting to break through. As it shines through a stained glass window, all the colors dance and they mingle to the passion of a fiery desert sky. Wake up to love. Wake up to love. To love. To
That's Atreya doing her stuff. And
she's got such a full sound. I mean, was that in a recording studio or something?
No. That's just at home. I think she's just plodding these out. But she was very interested in yourself.
She's got it really. I mean, if she recorded that at home, she's got a really good sound. I mean, it's almost like an echo, almost like that guitar. I mean, I noticed she had a pickup fitted to her guitar, so she's probably got some kind of little amplifier and it's sort of overdriving it, something, giving it that kind of fuzzed sound. But that was a good sound. That was a good song, actually.
Yeah. She was on with us before Christmas, and her sister actually died tragically in an accident.
Yeah,
she wrote a lovely song about her sister, but she's been guided to do very much what you're doing, which is to sing about this stuff. And she's looking at trying to record her music, you know, and it's incredible that the two of you have come along at the same time.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah, I think it's just it's an indication of what's happening, that in the music scene there is this change, because there is this great awareness now, and in our music, I think we're expressing it.
There's a huge surge of creativity.
Yeah.
The amount of people like that are actually creating at the moment. You see, like in the old days, if you was in a band or you was a performer of any sort, it was very difficult to get a recording contract, you know, in the 60s and 70s, before the age of computers. You know, a lot of good bands were lost because they couldn't get a recording contract. It was all in the hands of these companies. With the advent of with the computers, you can record it yourself and promote it yourself, you know, and there's so much talent out there doing this now. it's like you're spoilt for choice. You can. It's about how you promote yourself now, isn't it? If you want to be a star, so to speak, you know, if you want to get your music out there, like it's up to you to promote it.
Can
Now,
you
what
share a
you're
little
doing,
bit?
Malou's good enough. That's really nice
Yeah.
stuff you're doing there. You know, you could your concert. I mean, you're at concert standard. You know, so you could go somewhere with that.
Can you share a little bit about that, Lou, about how you went about recording the music, or?
Yeah, well, it's just also that just like popped into my mind, like yeah, it may be time to just start recording, because there were getting so many songs. I was like, and then my husband also said, yeah, I think it's really time to record. And again, I just prayed, like, all right, if that's what I'm supposed to do, then how? Because I don't have any like proper stuff to do that. And then like, of course, I always have to really like laugh, because the Holy Spirit is such a joker, because then it turned out that just a neighbor like 50 meters away just had a little recording studio in his garden, and I didn't know that.
Wow.
And yeah, so I just asked him. I played some guitar with him one day, so I knew him, and I just asked him, like, could I just like use that or rent it for like a small amount? And he said, yeah, well, I've never done that, but sure. And he just helped me out with the technical stuff. He just prepared everything, and I could just walk in, and when the kids were asleep, I could just go into the studio and record. And he mixed it all, like did all the mixing, because I really don't know how to do that. And well, I did some GoFundMe, and well, I was done.
Wow,
So,
that is incredible. So, I mean, it was so near to you.
Yeah,
it's like the truth. It's so near to you. You just have to realize that it's there all the time.
That's beautiful. Yeah.
Yeah. Would you like to play something else for us now? Give us another blast of something that means something to you, something that really you'd like to share.
Let's feel. Yeah. Let's see. Well, I could share a song, like a lesson from the course, if you'd like.
Yes.
Or, yeah.
Yeah.
Or Resurrection. Well, that's more of like a personal song to me. So you can choose.
I'd like to get personal. Let's hear Resurrection.
Let's see where it is. Yeah. Well, it was actually in making the decision to go traveling, to sell our house, and yeah, well, that wasn't easy for everyone around us. Like close family members would have a difficult time with us leaving the country and don't know when we would come back. And with this coronavirus going on, people were being quite anxious, like, why do you do that now? And why would you leave your safe home for something I don't really understand? And I felt, well, pretty triggered by that, but also felt like, yeah, do I want to stay here and just for the sake of people pleasing, actually, or do I really want to follow the calling of my heart? And well, it was pretty stressful for me, but this song came to me then, and it was really very reassuring to me. So, yeah. You
won't regret it ever. It's not something you regret, is it? Like, you know,
no,
you did it.
No.
Once you took that step.
Yeah, but you have to, just to really, how do they say that? Like if you have a needle, you have to go through the
eye.
Yeah. That's it. I'll resurrect in life, the truth of what I am, the truth of what we are. Love is right here. right now. No exceptions, no miserable state is excluded to a blessing so far beyond this world, beyond this world. I'll resurrect in love, the truth of what I am, the truth of what we are. There is light here and now. We are blessed. We are whole, and nothing is against us. All is for the good. All is for the good. To resurrect in love, the truth of what I am, the truth of what we are. Give me strength, give me faith. I'm so willing to see the truth in me. Ooh, the truth of what I am, the truth of what you are.
Wow.
Lovely.
I'm just totally stunned.
I was waiting for a closing chord there. That was really nice ending. That's very haunting. Very haunting. Lovely.
Wow. You're really touched with that Holy Spirit, I can tell you.
I'll tell you, remind me of. You know, love Kate Bush. You ever heard of Kate Bush?
Yeah.
Remind me of her.
Oh, okay.
Your songwriting style, like that haunting kind of style. Kate Bush, and she had these very haunting vocals. Like, you know, you remind me of her. Like, you know,
Yeah.
Excellent.
Wow. Thank you.
But it's so connected, Malou. It's absolutely connected. And it's like, you know, it's the resonance. I have to say it to you, it resonates. And that's
the tune suits the words.
Yeah, but it resonates in the heart here. Just, you know, just to say, to acknowledge that. It's just lovely.
Thank you.
You know.
I've got one more
I'm
song.
happy to hear that.
Thank you for that. Thank you.
Yeah, that was really nice. Really enjoyable. Beautiful. Is that on your new CD or album or whatever it is?
Yeah.
On that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It is.
Okay, Stephen, if you want to, if you have something else there, it'd be lovely.
Yeah, I got somewhere. What it was, I was watching Wizard of Oz. Well, I say watching it. I've seen Wizard of Oz so many times. It came on the other night, and I thought I'd do Somewhere Over the Rainbow just for fun. So I'll find it. It's
it's a beautiful symbol of God, rainbow.
Yeah,
is,
that's
isn't it?
because it's sort of it's lots of same as like David Hoffmeister finds movies to let's share this finds movies to connect people. Like this song kind of connects somehow, like Somewhere Over the Rainbow. It's a really nice old. Oh wait, hang on, it's just disappeared on me. Hang on a second.
No problem. Take your time.
It's what it is. My mouse broke, and I'm relying on the computer thing, and it's very dodgy to use. You press it wrongly, and everything disappears. I'm just waiting for it to come up. No, it's not a bait. Hang on. Right, here it is. Recorded this the other day. There was a storm going on. That's why it's so dark. There weren't much light coming in the room.
Somewhere over the rainbow, way up high, there's a land that I heard of once in a lullaby. Somewhere over the rainbow, skies are blue, and the dreams that you care to dream really do come true. Someday I'll wish upon a star and wake up where the clouds are far behind me. Where troubles welt like lemon drops away above the chimney tops. That's where you'll find me. Somewhere over the rainbow, skies are blue, and the dreams that you care to dream really do come true. If happy little bluebirds fly above the rainbow, why oh why can't I?
Lovely, Stephen. That's lovely.
Yeah, it's a nice old song. I like that.
Yeah,
Beautiful.
yeah. There's so much in it, and it's all about integration too. The Tin Man, Straw Man, and the Lion looking for courage. It all comes together in the end.
Oh yeah, the old Wizard of Oz thing. I read somewhere once, like actually, what the guy who wrote that, L. Frank Baum, he was actually talking about He was actually talking about America was like at the time he was saying like the Wizard of Oz is actually a hidden government behind some screen. The Tin Man was American industry. The Scarecrow was the farm, and the Lion was the military, having to go to him cap in hand. It was one of them hidden meaning things where you read stuff into the story. I don't know how true that all is, but I thought I'd mention it anyway.
Very good.
To get a kind of insight into what Wizard of Oz was actually about. The thing was, at that time, I saw a documentary about this once. That film, like, you know, the company that made Wizard of Oz were jealous of Walt Disney's success with Snow White, so they wanted to sort of like find something to beat it. So they looked around for an American classic, and they found that Wizard of Oz, and it went from there.
Yeah.
But anyway, that song is a beautiful song. The words are so simple, just about a longing to be somewhere better than where you are.
Yeah.
And then we all have that, you know. That's what
Sure.
addiction is, really. It's like trying to get somewhere that's better than you are, better than where you are now. You know what I mean?
And then realizing you're home anyway, you know, there's nowhere to go.
Yeah, right. Like I spent all this money trying to change my perception, but really it didn't. All I had to do was realise I wasn't here in the first place, which isn't that simple. But that's why the course could take so many years.
Yeah.
There's no better reward. No better reward.
Malou, we're just going to end now. Would you like to finish off with a song? for us?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, that'd be
Yeah,
great.
sure.
And listen, before we'll leave out on that, but just to say to you, thank you very much for joining us.
Well, thank you for
Really,
having
really
me.
delighted to have you here.
It was my
And we'll,
pleasure.
yeah, we'll record this and we'll put it up. And I might get in touch with you because there's a couple of other things I'd like you to help me with if you could. But I'll talk to you about that later.
Yeah.
I just had to
Sure.
close the
I'd
door.
be happy.
Open the door.
Yeah.
All right. Well, then,
Okay, great.
since you were actually starting to talk about that anyway, like let all things be exactly as they are. Let's sing that song.
Lovely.
So we can realize we are home already.
Yeah, you could just mention too, Malou, if people want to get your CD, how do they go about that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they can just go to my website, www.malumusic.com.
Okay.
And then there, it's very easy to find. Yeah.
And
You can listen to the songs for free, and you can also support my music and download them. And if you really prefer to have a physical CD, I'm having these ones. How do you say that? Pressed or produced as well now, so they can just send me a message then.
And is it true that you're open to people to invite you to their part of the world and come and good, okay, that's good to put out there as well. Yeah,
since we're traveling anyway, we can go anywhere.
You can go anywhere. Okay,
Yeah.
That's good. Okay.
Well, thank you so much, and also Steve, thank you so much for sharing your lovely voice. Very nice.
Thank you.
I'm so glad to meet you. I mean, it's been a treat listening to you, honestly. Right.
Well,
I'll listen to you again on your CD once this is finished. I will.
Good.
I'm very impressed. Excellent.
Thanks. Okay, so this is lesson 268. Let all things be exactly as they are, from A Course in Miracles. Let all things be exactly as they are. Let me not be your critic, Lord, today, and judge against you. Let all things be exactly as they are. Let me not attempt to interfere with your creation and distort it into sickly forms. Let all things be exactly as they are. Let me be willing to withdraw my wishes from its unity. Thus let it be as you created it. Let all things be exactly as they are, for thus will I be able to recognize myself as you created me. You created me. Let all things be exactly as they are. In love was I created, and in love will I remain forever and ever. What can frighten me when I let all things be exactly as they are. Let all things be exactly as they are. What can frighten me when I let all things be exactly as they are?
Wow.
Lovely, lovely.
Thank you. I'm just blown away, Malou, blown away by you. Thank you very, very, very much for
Thank
joining
you.
us. Yeah,
It
thank
was
you.
a pleasure.
Yeah, and thanks, Stephen, again for joining. And we might see you again next week.
Yeah.
So thanks to everybody. And Malou's CD is available, and I really recommend that everybody listens to it. Thanks again.
Okay.
Thanks.
Bye for now.
See you next
Bye
time. Lovely
all.
to meet you again. Lovely.
Yeah,
See
lovely
ya.
to meet you. Bye bye.
And you.